In 2026, the snack nut industry is grappling with a crisis of environmental contamination. While nuts are a cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet and clean eating movement, the reality of 2026 production involves a hazardous cocktail of aflatoxins, mold toxins, heavy metals like lead and arsenic, and pesticide residues that linger even after roasting. Because nuts grow in close contact with the soil or in high-moisture environments, they act as sponges for toxins that can lead to chronic inflammation or severe allergic reactions. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are 8 U.S. nut brands and categories that have faced significant safety alerts or quality warnings in 2026. 1. Wegmans Deluxe Mixed Nuts. The verdict: in late 2025 and continuing into 2026, Wegmans Deluxe Mixed Nuts, specifically the unsalted 34-ounce tubs and 11.5-ounce bags, was the subject of a major Class 1 recall. The issue was salmonella contamination discovered during routine testing by the manufacturer Mellay's Family Brands. For 2026, this product is on the avoid list because salmonella in ready-to-eat, dry snacks is particularly dangerous. Since the nuts aren't cooked further by the consumer, the bacteria remain active. If you have these in your pantry with 2026 expiration dates, check the UPC 0778905-32243 immediately, as the risk of foodborne illness is high. 2. Kirkland's Signature Costco Organic Walnuts. The verdict: while Costco's house brand is usually a symbol of quality, their organic walnuts, 1.7 pounds bags, have faced localized 2026 alerts for rancidity and oxidative stress. Because walnuts have a high polyunsaturated fat content, they are highly susceptible to heat damage during the 2026 shipping crises. Consumer Reports have flagged bags with February 2026 expiration dates for having a paint-like smell, a sign that the healthy omega-3 oils have turned toxic. Consuming rancid walnuts introduces free radicals into your body, negating the very health benefits you are paying for with the organic label. 3. Planters Select Varieties. The verdict: in 2026, Planters is navigating a process integrity challenge. While no massive 2026 recall has hit their entire line, specific batches of honey-roasted peanuts have been flagged for undeclared allergens due to cross-contamination with tree nuts in shared facilities. For those with severe allergies, the 2026 Avoid warning is about labeling fatigue. As Planters consolidates its manufacturing lines to save costs, the risk of hidden traces has increased, making it a brand to treat with extreme caution if your household requires a strictly nut-specific environment. 4. Blue Diamond Flavored Almonds. The verdict: Blue Diamond is a 2026 avoid for those focused on metabolic purity. While their whole almonds are high quality, the flavored lines, like Smokehouse or Bold varieties, have been scrutinized in 2026 for their synthetic additive load. Lab audits reveal high levels of maltodextrin, MSG equivalents, yeast extract, and sunflower oil that is often highly refined and pro-inflammatory. In the 2026 health landscape, these snack-feed almonds are viewed as ultra-processed foods in a health halo, providing more sodium and chemical stabilizers than actual nutritional value. 5. Wonderful Pistachios No-Shells Varieties. The verdict: Wonderful Pistachios is facing a 2026 aflatoxin watch. Pistachios are naturally prone to Aspergillus mold, which produces aflatoxin, a potent liver carcinogen. While the company maintains high standards, 2026 value packs and bulk no-shells bags have shown slightly higher parts per billion (ppb) markers in independent audits compared to in-shell varieties. The shell acts as a natural barrier. Once removed, the nut is more exposed to moisture and contamination during 2026's increasingly humid shipping cycles. If you buy this brand, 2026 experts suggest sticking to the in-shell version for a natural layer of protection. 6. Fisher Nuts Chopped Baking Pieces. The verdict: Fisher Nuts is flagged in 2026 for heavy metal bioaccumulation. Because their baking pieces are often sourced from smaller, varied lots to keep prices low, 2026 testing found inconsistent but alarming levels of lead and cadmium in certain finely chopped pecan and walnut bags. Heavy metals are often concentrated in the fines, the dust, and small fragments that accumulate at the bottom of these bags. For 2026 bakers, the advice is to avoid these pre-chopped bags and instead buy whole nuts to chop yourself, reducing the surface area exposed to industrial processing contaminants. 7. Great Value, Walmart brand, mixed nuts. The verdict: Walmart's Great Value brand is a 2026 avoid due to pesticide residue overload. 2026 USDA monitoring reports found that non-organic almonds and cashews used in budget mixes often contain residues of bifenthrin and boscalate. While these are within legal limits, the 2026 cumulative effect theory suggests that eating these daily can lead to endocrine disruption. Great Value lacks the clean sourcing transparency of 2026 premium brands, making it a chemical gamble for the cost-conscious shopper who eats nuts for their purported health benefits. 8. South Asian Food Incorporated Bengal King brand. The verdict: in 2026, this specialty brand remains on a high-priority avoid list following a major FDA allergy alert. Their Bengal King Jal Shanichar and various nut mixes were found to contain undeclared peanuts and lead-contaminated cinnamon. The 2026 recall highlights a broader issue with smaller, imported nut brands that may bypass the preventative controls required of larger U.S. domestic processors. If you shop at international or specialty markets in 2026, this brand represents the highest risk for both immediate allergic reactions and long-term heavy metal exposure. The 2026 nut market is a case study in hidden toxicity. As we've seen with the salmonella recalls at Wegmans and the aflatoxin risks in bulk pistachios, the healthiness of a nut is only as good as the integrity of its supply chain. The 2026 mandate for the healthy consumer is to move away from ultra-processed, flavored nuts and pre-chopped pieces. To ensure safety, 2026 experts recommend buying in-shell nuts whenever possible and prioritizing brands that provide batch-level transparency regarding heavy metal and pesticide testing. In 2026, the real value isn't in the lowest price, but in the peace of mind that your superfood isn't a delivery system for industrial contaminants. Ultimately, the goal in 2026 is to prioritize batch-level transparency. Whether you are avoiding the undeclared allergens in planters or the pesticide residues in Great Value, your best defense is to choose brands that conduct rigorous third-party testing for aflatoxins and lead. By shifting toward whole, raw nuts and storing them in the freezer to prevent rancidity, you transform a potential metabolic liability into the nutritional powerhouse it was meant to be. In 2026, real value isn't found in the lowest price, but in the peace of mind that your superfood is genuinely clean.